At a packed press conference after the Indiana Fever's thrilling 94-87 win over the Las Vegas Aces on July 13, 2025, Caitlin Clark sat at the podium, still buzzing from her electric performance. 28 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, and just 2 turnovers in 38 minutes. Her 6 of 10 three-point shooting and chemistry with teammate Aaliyah Boston had fans roaring and social media ablaze with highlights. Reporters from the Indianapolis Star and ESPN lobbed routine questions about her shooting, team play, and playoff hopes. Then Stephen A. Smith, the outspoken ESPN commentator, raised his hand. What followed wasn't just another question. It was a moment that left Clark speechless, sparked a viral conversation, and redefined accountability in sports media. The room at Gainbridge Fieldhouse hummed with post-game energy. Clark, the WNBA's rookie sensation, had just delivered what analysts called her best pro game yet, pushing the Fever into playoff contention. She answered questions with her usual poise, smiling as she described her growing connection with Boston. "We were reading each other's minds out there." But when Stephen A. stood, the vibe shifted. Known for his fiery takes on First Take, he ditched his usual flair for a serious, almost heavy tone. "Caitlin, I've covered everyone from Jordan to LeBron," he began. "But I need to ask you something that's been on my mind all season." Press room went quiet. Reporters stopped typing, cameras zoomed in, and even Fever staff froze. Stephen A. continued, "I've built my career on holding athletes accountable, but watching you handle the pressure, the criticism, the transition from college to the WNBA, I need to say something publicly. How do you stay so graceful and professional when people like me have been too harsh, too critical, and frankly wrong about your game? You've proven us wrong, and you deserved better, especially from me." Clark, who's faced hostile crowds and endless scrutiny since her Iowa days, was stunned. Her mouth opened, then closed. For a rare moment, the confident 22-year-old was at a loss. "Wow, Stephen A., I don't even know what to say," she whispered, her hands still on the podium. "You saying this means more than you know. Yeah, it's been tough. The comparisons, the doubts about whether I could handle the pros. But that criticism pushed me. It made me hit the gym harder, study more film, prove to myself and my team I belong here." Stephen A. wasn't done. Pulling out handwritten notes, he owned up to specifics. 3 months ago, I said on First Take you were overhyped, that the buzz around you was ESPN manufactured for ratings. I questioned if you could handle the WNBA's physicality. I was wrong." He cited her stats: 19.5 points, 8.4 assists per game as a rookie, outpacing legends like Diana Taurasi, 17.0 points, 4.4 assists, and Sue Bird, 14.4 points, 5.9 assists in their debut seasons. "You're in historic company," he said. "But it's more than numbers. Attendance is up 48% when the Fever play, TV ratings have tripled, your jersey sales are through the roof. You're not just playing, you're transforming women's basketball." The room felt electric. Reporters like ESPN's Holly Rowe, visibly moved, scribbled furiously. Adrian Wojnarowski filmed the exchange, sensing its weight. Clark's teammates, Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, lingered in the hallway, drawn by the moment's gravity. Boston placed a hand on Clark's shoulder as Stephen A. revealed his final card. A letter from his 12-year-old daughter, Maya. "She's been your fan since Iowa," he said, handing Clark a folded note he'd carried for months. "She made me promise to give it to you." Clark unfolded the letter, her eyes widening as she read silently. Then, with a smile, she asked, "Can I read part of this out loud?" The room leaned in as she shared Maya's words. "Dear Caitlin, my name is Maya Smith. My dad is Stephen A. Smith, and he talks about basketball on TV. Sometimes he says mean things about athletes, but I think you're amazing, and he's wrong about you most of the time." Laughter erupted, with Stephen A. grinning sheepishly. Clark continued, "You make me want to practice my three-pointers every day. You show me girls can be tough, competitive, and still be ourselves. P.S. My dad doesn't know as much about basketball as he thinks, but don't tell him I said that." The room roared again, reporters clapping, Sue Bird leading a standing ovation from the media section. Clark, now composed, responded, "Stephen A., you don't owe me an apology. Media is supposed to be tough, it's supposed to push us. What matters is you're honest enough to reassess. That takes guts. She glanced at other reporters who'd also questioned her early struggles. The criticism made me hungrier, made me better. I'm here to prove I belong not just to you but to myself. The exchange sparked a deeper conversation. Wojnarowski asked how media coverage of women's basketball has evolved. Clark said, "It's getting more attention, which is great for the sport, for young girls, for veterans who've built this league. But with attention comes scrutiny. It's not bad if it's fair and informed." WNBA's honesty today shows growth. Covering women's sports isn't just copying men's sports templates. It's about understanding our unique challenges. Rebecca Lobo, a former WNBA star, asked how Clark handles being the face of the league's renaissance. "I never wanted to be the face," Clark replied. "I just want to play, win, and lift my team." This wasn't just a press conference, it was a turning point. WNBA's apology, Maya's letter, and Clark's grace went viral, with X posts calling it a masterclass in accountability. One user wrote, "Caitlin Clark's changing the game and Stephen A. owning his mistakes? That's real." The moment highlighted Clark's impact, not just her stats, but her ability to inspire, from Maya shooting threes to fans packing arenas. Can Clark keep pushing the WNBA forward? Will the media keep evolving with her? Drop your thoughts below, and if this moment hit home, like and follow for more.